Okay, agents, listen up. What if I told you that you had access to a financial ecosystem within your business, that you have access to all of your cash immediately, you get paid immediately, you have access to all the budgeting tools to manage your money whenever and however you want. You have seamless, unified financial insights across everything from stock that you own to payouts that are being sent to you to deals that are closing. You have a digital and tangible debit card to actually use to buy whatever you want, wherever you want for your business or personal lifestyle. And when you use that debit card, you actually get points and fully integrated point system that you can turn into cold hard cash for rewards like any other Visa or Amex card out there. And most importantly, you have access to hassle-free credit that doesn't take an application or a credit pull in order to get funding same day for whatever you might need that money for. So if I asked you if you want to access that, you would say, sure, I could go sign up for a bank, and hopefully the bank has, well, some of those perks, but not all of them. But what if I told you actually with your current brokerage, or maybe your new one in the future, you don't have to worry about even going to the bank because the brokerage you work for acts just like a bank. Now, full disclosure, Real is not a licensed bank. They are a real estate technology company that happens to have really, really good financial technology. And how can they do all this? They can do all of it because, well, they own their own tech. They're one of the few, if not the only real estate brokerage in the entire world that owns their own tech built from the bottom up. And they're using that to build it exactly for agents and getting feedback directly as to what agents want to be able to make their life and their businesses easier when it comes to running the real estate business. Oh, and by the way, they are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. And so if they hit on all of this good technology, well, that's going to do wonders for the stock price also. And because Real offers stock bonuses for doing the production that you normally going to do anyway, you get equity in the company and you become an owner in the company. So you want the company stock to go like this because you're gonna have some shares, whether you like it or not, if you sell any real estate at all. Well, how cool is that? Okay, let's bring it back now and just talk specifically about the Real Wallet Capital. This is the one system that all of us agents here at Real have access to. And at the end of the day, what Real has done is they have opened up their technology to be able to underwrite every single agent's financial profile with the company in real time, and to therefore have an offering of a line of credit, literally capital, literally cold hard cash wired right into your account the same day in most cases. If you're ever in a pinch and need some money, or maybe you like to borrow microloans, hard money loans to others, and therefore you can use other people's money, i.e. Real's money, and you can lend it out at a higher interest rate than what you're paying Real on the line of credit, therefore making the arbitrage without ever having to take a credit hit by going to the bank to get additional capital as collateral against maybe some of your real estate holdings or other things that you have. So you're getting the point yet? This is really, really groundbreaking and cool and forward innovative thinking that other brokerages just don't have. Before we go any further, I can hear all the naysayers going, whoa, Kelly, what are you talking about? You're saying if I'm an agent at Real Broker, I'll have access to a line of credit? Well, how much will that be? Well, that depends on your financial profile. It depends on things like your past history with the company, how many pending deals you have, how much revenue share you have coming in monthly, how many stock options or RSUs do you have with the company. And taking all that consideration, which can change from a daily to a weekly to a monthly basis for many, many of the agents in the company, it gets underwritten in real time and can fluctuate going up or down in terms of that offering. So right now, I know agents that have an offering as little as $1,000, and I know agents that have offerings over $500,000. And with just 3 clicks of a button, you will have the money that you choose based on the amount that you are offered, because you can take anything up to that amount. It will then show up ACH or wired right into your account the same day, as long as it's initiated before typically 3 p.m. East Coast time. Pretty cool, right? Well, the other question I get a lot is, Kelly, what are the terms of repayment on the loan? Well, the interest rate on this line of credit is going to be 12%. And there are some minimum standards in terms of how you repay the loan. Like, for example, when you get a closing or you have a revenue share payout, there are some minimums that they will take from those payments that come in, and they will use that to pay back part of the principal balance of the line of credit. But a 12% interest rate on a line of credit is actually very much so market-based driven. But paying 12% on a line of credit that you can borrow is pretty market-based driven, and that is very equitable compared to most banks and what they're offering out there nowadays. Now, can you get a HELOC or a line of credit for cheaper than 12%? Of course you can. But again, this is a convenience play in many cases because you don't have any effect on your debt to income ratio. You have nothing showing up on your credit report. You don't have to even go into a bank to fill out an application. You literally click a button, 2 or 3 times and the money right into your account. So think of all the things that you could do with that extra capital if you ever wanted or needed to. Maybe you want to put a down payment down for a rental house. Maybe you're having a not so good month in your business and you need some extra funds to cover payroll temporarily until that one deal closes. Maybe you want to help a family member or a team member out who is struggling that needs a bridge loan of some type until they get that next payment from a commission that's closing. But I know one thing, people love options. People love having a plan B. People love having an emergency type fund situation, and this could help be part of that solution just simply by being an agent with Real Broker. So maybe you are considering making a move over to Real Broker. I would love to be your sponsor. I would love to have a conversation with you about anything further you have about Real Wallet Capital specifically, or anything that has to do with the company. I've been here 3 years and this has been an absolute blast, reinvigorating my 20-year career 3 years ago when I came here with all the offerings that Real has that my previous brokerages didn't even come close to offering or touching when it comes to providing value for their agents. But this platform does, and I would love to be a partner with you on this platform. So give me a call, 480-660-5974 if you have any questions at all, or book a time on the Calendly link below. And if you want to see how Real Broker stacks up against its competitors in the cloud-based brokerage space like EXP, Epic, or LPT, click on the video on the screen next. Talk to you soon.